Nomad Fisherman here. So I wanted to show you guys how I tie my favorite crappie jigs. They're pretty easy. I just started doing this, but I've really enjoyed it to this point. And I just want to show you guys kind of the technique I use and the materials I use, and kind of go over that. But I'm just going to show you like one crappie jig, I think, and just kind of show you the technique that I like to use, and that way you guys get an idea of what I'm using, how I'm making it, whenever you're watching some of the other videos, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. So if you guys would give me a second, I'll finish getting set up here, and I'll make a little jig. So all right. Alright, so what we're going to do first, I'm going to take my black denier. It's 210 denier, flat wax, and I'm going to go ahead and give me a good little wrap on this hook. The hook is a 1/32 ounce jig head, plated jig head. You guys can see it right here, hopefully. Get my fat fingers out of the way. But I buy these from Cabela's. In fact, I buy almost all my materials from Cabela's. It's just a place that's local for me. It's just, it's 45 minutes away, so it's not too bad of a drive. And I go there, I don't know, once every couple weeks or so. But so I'm just wrapping that and get me a good base for my jig for the rest of the materials that I'm gonna put on this. You guys can see that. And so what I'm going to do is get me some marabou. And I'm a fan of marabou. A lot of people aren't, but I think it's it's not too bad to work with. But I love the way that it flows in water. So I get it wet, and the reason why I do that is because if you don't wet it, you'll get a bunch of crazy hairs, and I don't even know what to call it, but it's super fuzzy, and it makes it kind of difficult to tie a really good jig head. And so what I do, you see I got a bunch of it here. I mean, that's way too much, but if you try to use a bunch of this back here, you got this, I don't even know what it's called, but the middle of this feather isn't very flexible. You want to use the tip. The tip of it's very, very flexible. So that's what we're going to do. And you don't want a bunch of it way back here. That's too much back. That's too far back there. And if you tie it that way, what will happen is a lot of the fish that you're trying to catch, in this particular case crappie and other panfish, they'll just be hitting the tips back here and never get the hook. So I like to kind of shorten that up quite a bit. And so what I'm going to go ahead and do is kind of figure out exactly how much I want back there. And I typically go about somewhere right around in there. So that's what we're going to do. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. This first piece, just somewhere in that range right there, just so it's easier to work with. And I'm going to loosely wrap this initially. Okay, you guys see that it's making a mess, but whenever you loosely wrap it, it still enables you to kind of figure out exactly where you want it on there and get it good. And so this is going to end up being on the bottom, which is fine. Well, it's actually on the top of the way that a hook will go through the water. So give me a good little wrap. It's good and structurally sound now. And so that's on the bottom. We're going to get us another little piece here. Alright. I'm going to do the same thing, except this time we're going to make sure that we get it on the top about the same length. You guys will. So So now we got some on the bottom. And again, we're going to put this on the top. So we're going to be careful to hold this one kind of in place this time. And again, loosely wrap it until you have it secured exactly where you want it. And again, where we want it is on top this time. Alright, and then once you get it in place, just going to wrap your denier around it and secure it. Just like so. And I don't care about 100% coverage here. Because what you guys are going to see is I've got more to wrap. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to grab me some flash. And this is rainbow flash. And I really, really like it. I've got a couple different kinds of flash, but I really like this rainbow flash. So I'll show you how I secure this on there. But I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it in about fourths, I guess. Somewhere in that range. So I'm going to take it. Likes to, because this stuff is twisted, really likes to kind of wrap up. So what I do is now I've got half on one side and the other two ends on the other. And I'm going to put that right down the middle of this. I'll show you what I do. A lot of people spend a lot of time trying to get this flash. You know, they'll attach like one little piece at a time and wrap and so on and so forth. I'm not doing that. Listen, it don't have to be perfect. Alright. So now I've got two pieces on each side the way I did it, which is perfect. It's what I want. I'm going to go ahead and cut this one down the center. Make sure got good. Yep. And look, I can pull on this. It ain't moving. That's going to last just fine. Just the way we want it. Very good. Very good. Alright. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to take our chenille here. Green chenille. This is what I've been having the best luck with, to be honest with you guys. So, with crappie in my area. Some people like pink. I've got pink, and I'm going to do some pink probably tonight. But this is basically how I do almost all of my jigs except for my bucktails. And I may do one of those videos here, I don't know, sometime this week and post it. But here's so what I like to do with the chenille is I like to twist it up, get a good twist on it. I think it looks better, to be honest with you, and it certainly wraps better. So there's that. And I'm just going to wrap this up good and tight and try to move this denier out of the way. But just good and tight. Continue to twist it as you go. So there's that. And I'm just going to cancel out this piece of chenille real quick. Get a good wrap on it before I cut it. Alright. So that's good. Go ahead and cut it. Like I said, just trying to cancel it out. And good and tight, just like so. So what I like to do now, before I finalize it, I have to put just a little bit of glue on there. Now, I'm terrible and a little bit shaky, so I don't do very good at putting that tip back on the glue there. Alright, so I'm using my tool here, and I am not going to be the one to teach you guys how to do this. There's a bunch of videos on it. I'm not good at it yet. I'm getting better at it, but I like to do it, you know, two good solid times. Alright, let me take that. And so I'll take all of these flash here, get them, and now I'll trim them just a little bit. The length isn't bad on them, but I like them to be, you know, just about the same length as the same length or just a little bit longer than the marabou. So let's take a look. Let's see what we got here. See if you guys can see that now. So that's that. I was ready to be fished with. Like I said, this is what I've been having the best luck out of with crappie I've been fishing for. And I went to the spillway the other day and I caught several crappie, but then I snagged the one green jig head that I had. And after that, I really struggled to catch them. So I'm going to tie a few more of these, but that's the basic technique that I use when tying my jig heads, especially using marabou and chenille. And I just started at this. I'm certainly not a professional. Certainly not as good as a bunch of the other guys that's on here. So this is just the way I do it. It may not even be the right way. But it's the way that I do it, and it's worked for me. So for me, it's the right way. Either way, guys, I appreciate it. Stay tuned for more videos. If you like videos like this, be sure to let me know. Give me a comment. And if you have tips or pointers or anything like that, if you see I did something wrong or you think my technique was off a little bit, shoot me a message on there, comment. And if you liked it, please like it. If you disliked it, dislike it. That's not going to hurt my feelings. But if you do like the video, or if you hate it and you want to see more videos like it, so you can hate them just the same, subscribe. So I appreciate you guys, and stay tuned for more videos in the future.